let's go intro, because today, before we kick off, we're going to check out some Farming Sim 25 stuff. And then for the people in the future, I'm going to cut this segment. Well, I won't cut it all out. I'll just cut it out and make it into a single video so people can just catch up with it that way. But I thought two birds, one stone. We'll do it this way today. And thanks to Amy, she put it up in the Discord and we can check it out. I can bring it up now. Oh, I'm sort of, I feel less tired than I did this morning when I was streaming my time and yesterday evening your time. I might have to go to live stream here. And that one, here we go. Yeah, so there's a bit of FS25 preview. This is before the actual, what was it before? The
FarmCon.
FarmCon, yeah. So they're announcing this stuff before FarmCon, but it had some interesting stuff on it about the engine they use and some updates they're bringing to it for this iteration of the game. So that's why we want to check this out. So we'll probably do a bit of a reaction here, and we'll kick off right now. So we got some gameplay, and we got
Hello everyone, welcome to the FarmCon pre-stream. I'm Kermit Ball, with me is Martin Rabel. I'm here in Europe getting ready for FarmCon. We just revealed Farming Simulator 25. Martin, maybe we can show the people some more today. What do you have for us?
Yeah, I know. You always ask me if you can show the people a few things.
Come on, Martin, show us.
That you people like to see more. And yes, I mean, I brought a few things, carefully selected them for you to show before we actually reveal a bit more at the weekend. So
nice.
Follow our social channels after the weekend, and during the weekend you will also see more things coming out of Farming Simulator 25. But you mentioned it already. We've announced the game on June 25.
Yes.
It's going to come out in November 12th.
November 12th.
We had a really nice cinematic trailer.
Oh, it was great.
How was the feedback?
The feedback was great. You know, I think it excited a lot of people, but of course they want to see more, right? So
I know.
That's why I had to come bug you, and hopefully we can show the people some more.
Come on, Martin.
The in-game footage, right?
Right, yes. Of course, always.
I want to know about the engine too.
Trailer again, and then we're going to show you a bit of in-game footage. Okay, let's start the trailer.
This was an alright trailer. I like that they've been using the same characters and like a bit of a story over and over again.
All around the world, farmers know farming is an art. Like life, we know it can be hard. And it can be surprising, too.
I think it's going to be... Amy, what do you think with the rice? Do you think it's going to be interesting? Because I haven't seen this yet. Have you? You've seen it, haven't you?
This whole thing? This whole video, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah, you've seen this video?
Yeah, it is kind of interesting on how rice is planted.
Because do they go over that in the in-game footage? Because are we going to see that? Because I don't want to... What I'm thinking is, like, if you're going to plow in your own rice fields, and you obviously have to dig them down in, so are these some of the updates they're bringing to the game engine to be able to do that? Because all their textures previously for fields and crops have been actually 2D. Even though they look 3D, they've actually been 2D textures that all you're doing is just painting onto the ground to make it look like, you know, furrows and stuff like that. So that's why I'm interested to see how it's going to work.
They did not show the creating of the fields, but they did show a bit about how the rice process works.
Okay, so we will see a bit of it.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Is the masterpiece.
Yeah, that was always my sort of take on it, because you know when you like, say, let's take potatoes for instance. You know, potato furrows in this game, how they're quite big and thick, but they're just a 2D texture to look 3D.
Right, yep.
Hey, this is pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty darn good. Is it missing something?
Why does the main character look like Raptor Gaming? Raptor from Raptor Gaming. He does. Without sunglasses. Raptor.
You're too cute to eat. Maybe some fresh spinach for a change.
I do like rice and spinach.
That's why people are excited. I think we've been telling this story right through these last few.
Can you hear okay?
With the same characters, now we're bringing them in
Yeah.
to a new environment. An
Yep.
Asian map is going to be a huge thing for the first time, and rice as well that we've already mentioned before, Martin. What else do we have today? Like, what?
Oh, you really want to know, right? Yeah.
Yeah, come on, Martin.
First of all, I mean, there's going to be a number of presentations at FarmCon this weekend. And we're going to have
We're definitely going to have to check that out, right? Hey, CG, how are you, friendo?
The first thing I would like to let you know more about is the Giants engine.
Yes.
Stefan Geigers, our CTO, is going to present the upgrades to the Giants engine
Good. Let's see it. Let's have it.
at FarmCon.
This is what I want to know. Straight up.
One that I'm really looking forward to is the improved fog. That adds a lot of atmosphere. Just wait until you see it.
Well, okay, all right.
Because now the cool thing is that it's actually like particles in the air. So
Right.
that gives a lot of opportunities. You can have like dense fog. Has dynamic accumulation in valleys.
You think they did an outstanding job, CG?
B,
Right.
But just like at a global parameter on the map. And that fog also enables that you have the sun reflecting in the fog. It's hard to describe, but I mean, you see it later.
Sun rays, the God rays coming through the fog and stuff. Is that what he's talking about?
Like I can get a picture in my head for sure. I think the visuals that sets already, it's kind of painting the picture. You think about what a farming landscape can look like in the fog, and I hope that's what we're going to see.
Do you know what God rays are?
Oh, yeah. Well, first of all, it's a really cool term in gaming.
Oh.
Light like shining through. You get that like beam of light coming through, and I'm guessing that with the fog that you're talking about, that kind of allows
Yeah, look at that.
the God rays to shine through.
Exactly.
Then, yeah.
People
Wow, that's some thick fog.
a long time.
Are we running in
What I just learned actually is that the fog is kind of the prerequisite for guard rays, because you actually have these guard rays. You need something in the air that reflects the light.
Right.
And now with the fog, we have that opportunity, and of course, we immediately included the guard rays. And
Hello, MGL.
seriously,
People are
I'm
like,
just checking out this farm sim.
right? So let's check it out.
we've got like reflections on the water, for example.
Yeah, it's lovely.
And you see here, especially with the water, the fog adds a really nice atmosphere.
It's hard. Like you can see it. It's hard to tell because obviously they've got a big screen here in their studio, and you can actually, from here, you can actually see the pixels on their screen. But you can see what they're talking about, all the reflections on the water and stuff. It actually looks good that it's not just a crystal blue lake. It's like murky and muddy.
Yeah, I mean, you can even see it like in the distance. It's kind of covering what the hills in the back look like as well.
Yeah,
and
up
kind
there.
of making it a little bit more gray and then blending in with the fog.
there,
I mean, we've had
there.
fog in the game before, right? But like this is
Not like this.
taking it to a different.
Look at the rays through the trees.
feel like you're in it.
Yeah, is actually something that I really was looking forward to. Is also like what you just mentioned, the distance fog.
Yeah, look at that.
Look way more realistic, the things in the back.
I mean,
Oh, I want to play farming. Amy, can we play farming sim?
react with it like you were saying
No.
with the volumetric lighting as well.
It won't be this
used to
version
that,
if we
like,
play
just the
anyhow.
building
No, I know.
signs would illuminate the ground, but now you can actually see both like the tractor in the distance, the lights on the buildings, all create
Yeah, look at that layer of fog.
a look. With
You
the
can actually see the layer.
We'll have a closer look at it quickly. I mean, it's almost done. Easy also, like that looks really nice, like this fog in the morning over the field.
Were there stars in that night sky?
Really good. When
Oh, I mean, there's just that react with it, like you were saying, with
It's hard to tell with the fog.
on the buildings.
It's hard to tell with the fog, isn't it?
the things in the back.
I mean,
It looks like there is stars.
well, the way the lights react with
Yeah, there is.
saying with the volumetric lighting as well.
I think
It used
it's hard to
be like
it's
this
hard to see.
Where the signs would illuminate the ground.
I think there is though, Amy.
Actually
Yep,
see
there is.
both like the tractor in the distance, the lights on the
Not
building,
during the day though. Really.
all creating that awesome look with the lighting of the fog.
We'll have a closer look at it quickly. I mean, it's almost done. Easy also, like that looks really nice, like this fog in the morning over the fields.
This
This is gonna look really good when you play the game.
Oh, I mean,
That still looks the same.
nice feeling, isn't it? Like when you wake up in real life and you kind of see that fog setting in, and it's
That's nice with the glow on the water.
maybe you have a cup of coffee. This is kind of the feeling that that this is giving me. You know, that nice morning when you wake up, but then you got to go to work on the fields, right, and do some farming too.
Yeah,
but
right.
The scenery is lovely.
Let me go back to that one scene. I mean, there are like a few that I really like. I mean, this for example.
Yeah, that
This
God rays.
It's like this typical God rays example, you know.
That's so
you got
cool.
the tree, the light comes through the tree.
I love these things.
Tiny-
I've eaten too many tonight already.
You can see it shining through.
Yeah, that's lovely. And I mean, it's coming through like multiple trees there too.
Look at that.
Impressive. And it's just adding to the atmosphere, I would say. It's going to be, I think it'll be challenging to drive in some of this fog at night. Be careful out there, everybody.
You got to be careful of their crazy AI drivers. That's what you got to be careful of. Hello, Stephen. How are you, friendo?
Well,
Come on.
I noticed the building, the lights illuminating it, and the fog is kind of sticking out. But what are you trying to lead me towards? What am I?
Yeah, what
looking
you
at?
just mentioned is that that not just the building is being illuminated, but also the air now. You know, it's also part of the fog, the volumetric lighting. That also it does not just from the sun; it's also the local lights that are
Right.
actually giving that effect.
Yeah, it looks really cool. I mean, it just adds more depth to the look and feel of the game, I would say.
What other shadows can you think of?
Well, I know that we've
One's when you walk.
shadows, maybe something like that from the air. If the clouds are there, right? Is that where you're leading?
Trees.
Almost like you knew it already. Yeah. No, of course. I mean, we told you about it, but
Oh, look at that.
to you and also our audience,
My question is,
it.
you know, in Farm Sim,
say right.
you know, in the game, how you've got like an area, like a big circle around you, and it only renders in as far as that circle goes. Have you seen that circle before, Amy? Still there?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. You know the circle I'm talking about? Like, as you move, the circle moves with you, and that's your render sort of circle.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they've sort of done away with that a bit this year, because it's a massive complaint from people a lot, that big circle.
mean,
But you can see here the clouds and the actual shadows. Look at that.
Shadows on the ground.
Oh, that looks like a bit of fog.
So now they're more broken up. It's
Oh, no, that's the shadows. That is the cloud shadows.
cloud is creating its own shape. It's
Look at that.
the shadow on the ground, which is
Hello, Sharon.
a little bit of a nice little touch to the visuals of the game as you see it coming over. Of course, you have to have clouds in the sky
Yeah.
for this to work, right? But it's cool to see them like have their own individual character because not every cloud is the same shape, right? They're all different. So
Yeah, exactly. But of course, you know, when this is like dynamically created, so when you have a cloudless sky, you're not going to have shadows. So don't send any bug reports because you don't have shadows on a, you know, on a bright blue sky.
Did you hear that? Don't send any bug reports because you don't have any shadows on the fields.
the
If it's not a cloudy day.
You know, like I said, we've had several improvements. But of course, or like the general overall performance optimizations. There are a few things in there that we've done so that we can render more efficiently.
okay.
That's what I want to know.
Few opportunities, and one
That rendering circle.
look really cool is that some of the most important things in the game, they will just, you know, look better again. You know,
I want
like,
to see it. What do you have for us?
yeah, so we got a few looks.
MGL says, so often I have my morning coffee outside watching the sun rays and the fog move about. Yeah, and you live on property up north, MGL, so you would see that.
Said,
Yeah, that would be nice.
trees and crops.
Okay.
You know, they're gonna look like they're gonna have more volume. They're
Right.
also gonna look nicer in the distance. So,
Okay.
so like you can see here, these like the trees, and you can see the branches, more volume, and
More volume.
It's lovely. I mean, so there's something I think that I heard about this where like,
You know how I feel about the trees around the fields. If they're around the field, they're coming down.
right, I think the term is billboards.
billboard.
Right, Amy?
So what
Yep.
that word means basically is
You're
that
not tree friendly.
now, like, there's different ways that the trees face.
Get out of here.
Am I understanding it right? So it looks better in the distance
They
because
look better in my bank. That looks good. Look at that. Look how thick that looks. That looks heaps better. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's like there's a certain
Same.
distance, and at some point you're gonna reduce, you know, the details.
That looks so much better, right?
Have like more variations
Okay.
there now in the distance. So they, in a nutshell, trees in the distance will also look way better. Than
Yeah, look at the trees up there.
you can kind of like start to see it already where you have it paused here where the trees in that distance even already look like it looks fuller, right? And the crop as well in the foreground looks the same too. Can you go back a little bit? I think there was even like a wider shot of trees in the distance, back a little bit farther, I think. Or maybe I'm thinking, you can kind of see it there. Maybe I'm
There in the
thinking
back.
yeah, like just tiny little bit in the back that you can catch in that photo. So this is great. I mean, I think that we always get these kinds of comments, you know, like we want to see like a little bit more depth in the background. We want to see a little bit more depth.
That is true, because it does look a bit cartoonish sometimes.
What this is adding.
Yeah, this is something we have really been working on.
Yeah.
Are they going to have bigger map sizes, do you know, Amy? Or about the same?
Map. It has more
I don't
than
think they
70
mentioned it.
fields in the game.
Okay.
Of course, you know. What you might not know, Kermit, is that on the map there's a road that spans like the whole map.
Okay,
So you
cool.
can just drive through it. I heard that's kind of an American thing. Long roads, you know,
Yeah, you like
wide
those long
open
roads
areas.
in the country, right?
Yeah.
It's feeling like home already.
Hang on, Hanko.
Been in Europe for a week, so you know any slice of home is welcome.
Yeah. So you can also have a look at like the trees, of course.
Is that a,
like
is that a case they're in or a Massey?
Right.
also look at the hood of the tractor. The reflections
Oh.
there. This is
Oh, yeah, look at that. The reflections in the tractor.
Like looking at the landscape,
team.
and you point that out, and that's impressive. Now I'm distracted. I'm not even looking at the map. I'm looking at the reflection in the hood of the tractor there. That's looking lovely already, Martin. I quite like that.
So yeah, glad you like it. But we haven't seen there yet is like one of the key themes of the whole map.
Okay.
It's called Riverbend Springs.
Oh, let me guess. Some water, huh?
Yes, of course. There's
I like that.
water on the map, and there's one river that's like the main topic of it. So the whole life on that map that evolves around that river.
Yeah.
You know? So everything is lined
Wait,
up
is this the Asian map that they're talking about?
with creeks. Also
I think that's the American map.
This is the American one. Okay.
Let's see the video. Just show me already. I want to see this.
It looks good. I like it.
This is kind of giving me like vibes of being inspired by Mississippi River.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Is it like, it looks very Mississippi, right? Or down that way?
The big crop in that area, the rice belt of the U.S.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
Arkansas, Mississippi, Louisiana,
Yeah,
and Texas.
there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Maybe inspired by all of that. You can use this.
Turtle Man.
Can you drive?
Where Turtle Man's from? Or was from?
Use it. That's-
He's dead now, isn't he?
Here's a creek that we
Oh, look at that. That looks great.
water, as you said, playing a very important role in this map. And look at
Oh, man, I'm excited.
the reflections on the water look really cool.
Yeah, the water looks so much better, right?
The landscape, you can see this
Than this iteration.
and the reflection. You can even see the
And the fog on top of the water, too.
railroad crossing up above on the shore, and even some fog now too. So all of these things we've been talking about leading up to this video already are shown right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's looking really good.
Let's have a look at the ferry again.
Sorry, I'm just holding the dog's paw. Just being a bit needy. That's
Right.
okay. I'm just
So-
giving him some love.
To cross the river, you need.
It'd be nice if you could actually use boats on the river.
Well, hang on. Are they just about to say this?
This
Do you have to use the barge to get across, do you?
that you can use
Hang on.
This is cool,
bridges
right?
or a ferry in that case.
This is
So
cool.
This is going to be something.
Well, I didn't mean the ferry.
that
I
you
meant
can
the like actual little
Can't
boats
wait to
that you.
see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But is that what they're saying? That ferry, you use that ferry to get across?
Cool, because this is a real part of agriculture, and having this in the game.
But yeah,
is a
I
nice
think
little
they were
touch, I
talking
think,
about the
especially for
ferry.
this
Yes.
Oh, wow.
area
That's cool. I like that.
inspired by.
Yeah.
You have anything else? What else do you got for us?
Yeah, Martin.
I mean,
You're bringing all the goodies out today.
you also need to get some work done. So not just hop on the ferry and cross the river.
Yes, tractors.
Sit there and look at the water. To get some work done, you need some like
Is that looks like a brand new Massey too. CG says more to come according to Kermit Ham.
animal dealers to buy
Yeah.
your animals.
Ricky Frog here.
Yeah.
Right.
So we got a nice area there that I want to show you. So that's like all in one place. It's a central location where you can buy
Yeah.
some gas.
Gasket.
Of course, we're gonna have a lot of machines in the game again. We're gonna have more than 400
That's a nice looking track, Massey.
over 150 licensed brands.
Looks like a brand new one.
Cool.
Here, we just show you with like the
Wait a
animal
minute.
dealers.
Is that animals in the pen at the animal dealer?
I just wanted to tell.
Oh my gosh. See that?
Wait a
Animal
minute.
dealers.
Is that animals in the pen at the animal dealer?
I just wanted to tell you, yes, you can see the animals before.
How good is that? At the animal dealership, you can see the animals in the pens. That's a bit of realism and immersion that'll be good.
Yeah, here's some sheep that we're driving by. You can see. That's really cool, and I like how like even the dealer and the gas station, like that area, it has that same like kind of small town, like rural America feel to it, because it wasn't like a big industrial animal dealer. It was like, you know, it was a smaller one, right? Like you really feel the impact of what the map is supposed to be from that. That's cool. I really like that.
Steam
Yeah,
coming
like
off
to
the
hope you got-
manure heap.
Is there? Was there? I didn't even see the manure. Where was that? Oh, is that on this side here, is it?
What the map is.
Oh, it is too. Look at that.
That's cool. I really like it.
Steamy poop.
That you like it.
Steamy poop.
Like
Look at it.
you. And of course,
Steamy poop. Holy moly. It looks very fresh, all that manure. That's a lot of fresh manure.
send all your feedback in. Kermit's gonna read it. You're gonna answer to every single post there. I hope.
We'll do what we can. We're loving the feedback already. Definitely send us the feedback. We hope that you're excited, as Martin said, and we'll continue to show you as much as we can. What else have we got?
We've got some gameplay here.
Give me more.
Okay,
We have.
I just want to say something on those iterations to the game engine. I actually think they're good little iterations, only because they're just adding a little bit more realism here and there, just to like immerse yourself a bit more. Like, I think that's good. I think they're good. They're good little touches.
You've seen the animals,
Right.
But of course,
Have you got any thoughts on that, Amy, or is there something else you would have liked to have seen them add to it?
No, I think it's looking really good.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know enough about like how all graphics work to give any more thoughts.
Oh yeah, I just mean like the iterations of the animals, the fog. I think they're nice little improvements to the lighting. Looks much better, and I think the trees have always looked a bit cartoonish in the distance as well. So if they've rectified that to make them look a little bit better, it's all gonna add just to that touch of like immersion, I think. And especially now that you're driving down to the animal dealership and there's actual animals in the animal dealership pens. That's kind of cool. I like that. That's a good little touch. More little things like that, I think, would be really good to see. Even
I did talk about the trees a bit. How they, like, I mean, if somebody puts up a bunch of pine trees or whatever, they all look exactly the same. But
Yeah.
in this, they think they'll face like different directions, and branches will be facing different ways.
So just like
Make it
some
look
sort of randomized rotation when they're planted or something, so they don't look all exactly the same. Yeah, I get exactly what you mean. Yeah, I'm cool with that. I would have liked to have seen maybe something like, they added the animals at the animal dealership. Maybe throw in like, every couple of months they changed a tractor that sits out the front of the, out of the shop, where you go and buy all the shops, and they've got like a tractor on display or something. Just throw something out there. I don't know. Or have a section that's penned off where they've got the used vehicles section, and you can see the used vehicles for that day, what they are physically, and then the next day they change. I know that might be hard to program, but things like that would be really cool.
we're also gonna have forestry in the game again.
Okay.
That'd be neat.
That would be cool,
Big part in the
especially for me. I love a sale.
We've just gonna improve on that.
I know you do.
And like I told you, the trees are gonna look more
Right.
voluminous. Several billboards, different sizes. They're gonna look better from the distance. And overall, I mean, the forest is just gonna look amazing. I know I'm repeating myself.
Yeah, those trees do look better.
This is just
That's the feeling
They'll look better in my bank account when I've cut them down.
is pretty amazing. I think that, visually, a lot of this stuff is what people have been asking for, right? Like, set the scene a little bit more, because farming, you're really connected to the nature, to the ground around you and the nature around you, right? So adding that a little bit of extra feel of like really being.
I guess that
immersed in
would be the big
environment is
question.
great.
How
I
are
hope
the
you
tree
like Martin
physics
said. I
once
hope
you
you
cut
like
them
it. I think
down?
you will.
Are they still going to be?
Surely they're going to be, yeah. Unless they're the pine trees, surely.
That's what I would
I'm
see.
gonna start it now.
Okay.
The forest.
Yeah, you can already see the tree. Again, we've talked about this a couple of times, but the trees definitely feeling like they have more depth. Even like the individual limbs are providing a little bit of extra depth. And what these pathways, Martin? There was something in the trailer earlier that we showed, a motorbike, right? That we hinted at. This doesn't look like a path really for a big machine.
So is it a dirt bike track?
Motorbike?
Yeah, I mean, some smaller tractors also fit on there, of course.
Right,
but
I'm definitely buying that Aprilia.
motorbike, yeah.
Straight up.
Look at this, like even this like little flower right here, this purple one. I don't.
Is that lavender?
all my flowers? I haven't studied up on that, but
Don't
that even
ask me.
that even
Don't
had
ask
more
me.
detail too, right? Like it even feels
That's
fuller,
spinach.
which is really
No, I
nice.
think they're talking about. Oh, you mean in the field, the crop? Don't know. But I think they're talking about this purple flower, yeah. Which is that lavender?
Point, actually.
Yeah, the view.
It's gonna be must be a nice view there.
Yeah, maybe this is.
I will say it's good to see like much more different variety of trees. Like I haven't played for a month and a half Farm Sim, so I need to get back into it. But it's good to see. I don't know. The trees do look a lot fuller. I will say, like they look bushier.
And if I can climb that, I want to see what the entire map looks like, right? Maybe that's where people will go first when they play.
This is something that we're not going to show you today. You have to see that for yourself.
darn
You
it.
have to be there.
You're not going to show me everything, huh? Okay, well,
No, I got something special for you, something really important. I mean, the machines and the gameplay of the game.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
I got an expert for that,
even
Stefan Mauros, our gameplay programmer and lead integrator.
Machines and gameplay, brilliant.
You're here. I have a feeling that you have something really good for me. What do you have?
Yeah, I prepared something.
Martin's gone.
So it's like the first gameplay of the new game.
Okay.
Yeah, I picked a special gameplay feature now
Okay.
for the stream. So it's about the Rise.
Of
But of course, we will reveal some more stuff on the weekend.
Right.
But yeah, I picked the Rise because it's also introducing some new gameplay mechanics.
Yeah.
So it's not just
I would still like to see peas
or so it's a bit
and beans.
more.
Hey, Fury, how are you, friendo?
About this. So
Yeah.
I think they're sitting there like,
He's getting in the skid loader watching. Nice.
tell us what you have.
Just checking out some of the farm stuff.
Jump right into
Farm Sim 25 stuff.
the gameplay I recorded.
Okay.
So you can see our beautiful map and also the lighting
Right.
as
The
you
God rays.
in the stream.
We can see Fury in his tractor.
Got here some greenhouses. So that's
What's this?
These greenhouses look good. They look more like greenhouses. You reckon? Also, see how their UI's changed up too? Like it's similar, but it's had a little facelift basically. Yeah, greenhouses are different, Amy.
Yeah, they are. They're more like not glass.
they're like little glass boxes. They look like they're big. They can actually hold proper greenhouse crops.
something different. So
Yeah, these look much better.
two different rice types. So
Okay.
that's the first rice type. And that is
Does look great, Fury, doesn't it?
You grow the saplings
Oh, jeez, got a bit of
10 centimeters high.
framey there.
Okay.
And after that, you got a special planter that plants those saplings into the real field.
Ah, look at that.
Grow those saplings in the greenhouse.
Okay.
And yeah, then we bring them
Looks like he's got his super strength on.
to our planter and then we start planting. So yeah, we
Look at that. So that's what the rice field looks like.
so that's our
Great.
planter. It's from Izeki. And yeah, let's load the saplings we brought with our fence.
Oh, yeah, cool. Okay, so just auto loads like that.
This machine's so cool to me because it's unlike anything we already have in the game, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's completely new.
Yeah.
So yeah, and also you will see the planting animation, which is pretty nice. So I spent some time there to implement it nicely.
good.
Yeah, yeah. Let's drive into the field. You will also see the water.
It looks lovely. Like I just saw a glimpse of the sun.
It does, Fury. You're absolutely right. The HUD looks more like FS13. Yep.
off of the
Yeah.
water.
Look at this. Look at that looks so much cleaner as well. And the fertilizer and look at that. What do you reckon, Amy? That looks so much better.
And the GPS and the
The GPS. Yep. my stupid bar's in the way, but you're right. The GPS, this is so much better. It's just a much clearer layout. I like it. Really, really like that.
Yeah, and especially if you drive into it, you see
Oh man, I'm gonna roll this, aren't I?
is reacting to the wheels.
Hey, Johnny. Johnny says, happy 4th of July. Johnny, you missed it at the start. We played the Star Spangled Banner.
Waves, that looks really nice.
This machine is just so cool. I mean, it's so funky looking, but like the technology behind this is super impressive. I want to see what it looks like once it actually starts.
I want to see it plant.
The parts at the back, they're really special because they're picking each sapling from
Is that Gary?
the pellets.
Is that Gary? we'll know it's Gary because he'll get out halfway and just leave.
Which looks pretty nice.
Oh, yeah, so it's like move. It's
Oh, look at it peel. Okay, so it peels it off the back. It peels it off the bottom like that.
Nice. And if you zoom in detail, you will
Look at that.
that
yeah.
a bit later on the field.
Wait, go back.
In detail.
Yeah, look at see how it just sort of chews it off the back and then throws it in the ground. That's cool.
Also have that.
Yeah.
That's
cool.
Later on the field. Yeah, it has grown. And also you see the water is gone. So normally for planting those
I like how the
transplants,
machine
Hey, Will and Hart.
water
you
around
need
too.
water in the field.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
during growth, the rice consumes the water because it really needs the water for growing.
So this was my question. You know, when I asked you before about the ploughing in the fields, because the old engine, it renders everything in a 2D pattern, and because you're going to have a physical water in there, does that mean when you're doing the field now, it has to be dug down? Because it would have to have that lip all the way around it so the water can be held in. I just want to go back to this shot. Yeah, so see how the water has to sit in there, but up here there's dry tracks. And in here there's the water. So are the fields going to be special fields? Or surely they will have to do something to be able to create rice fields, I think, anyway.
Which a bit later on the field. Yeah, it has grown. And also you see the water is gone. So normally for planting those transplanted saplings, you need water in the field.
Okay.
And then during growth, the rice consumes the water because it really needs
Makes sense.
the water for growing. And after it has grown, the water gets less and less, and while harvesting, there's no water anymore.
Okay.
So
As the
here
crop
we
type
got
is
our
soybeans, though.
Iseki, rice harvester for this.
What's that, Amy?
If you go back a little bit. If you go back a little bit, you can see it says soybeans.
Oh, yeah.
And also you see the water is gone.
Huh.
So normally for planting those transplanted saplings, you need water in the field.
Okay.
And then during growth, the rice consumes.
I wonder if
the water
that's-
because it really needs the water.
I wonder if that's just a bit of a...
And after
Because I haven't
it's grown,
implemented it in this... there it goes. Crop type rice now, see?
the water gets less and less, and while harvesting, there's no water anymore.
Okay.
So here we got our Iseki.
Oh, so Fury says he's heard it's going to be with the landscaping tool that you have to dig the field down. Right.
Rice harvester for.
Would have been nice to have a machine do it, hey Fury, vanilla.
Also a pretty nice harvester.
So another new brand, of course, or this machine at least, right?
This machine. Yeah, it's something completely new.
So this is the Asian. Is this fair to say this is the Asian style of harvesting we're using this machine?
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So
Okay.
they do mostly with those kind of harvesters, but we'll see how
Okay.
the Americans do it later on.
No, let me just point something out because the rice harvesting, Stefan, is really cool, but I think everyone else, as well as me, might notice something in the bottom right corner that maybe we've been asking for a while. The players that see GPS.
I don't see that.
You don't see that? Okay. Well, we do. Hopefully, you're going to show us more. Maybe I know you're giving this talk in depth at FarmCon.
Yeah,
right?
on the weekend I will give a more depth talk, a bit longer, a bit more gameplay, and maybe some
Now
more
we're going to have
features.
everyone wishing they could be at FarmCon with that one announced.
You're not wrong.
Teaser.
Yeah.
Okay. Amazing.
So we saw also this pretty nice harvest animation of the sticky. So it's how the plants go through the harvest is kind of special. As you can see, they're going along the side. So that looks pretty.
Yeah, I did, MGL. MGL brought up a good note then. Did you notice that the harvester dropped into the field? Yeah, so that works in line with what Fury's saying and what I was questioning about this rice. It's going to have to be dipped down because you're going to have a layer of water in it, which answers the next question. It will actually be a physical layer of water, not just a 2D image.
Yeah, that's really cool how, like you said, it comes up like, is that like a conveyor belt that it's like feeding it? Then that's really cool. I mean, that animation looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
All right, well, we've seen it the Asian way. I have a feeling
We got some.
you've got something else. I want to see it the American way, of course.
Classic.
Right.
So we got here our CR11.
Okay.
The old New Holland.
So we already showed that on the last Agritechnica. We had there a little teaser.
Right.
But it's a pretty nice combine. It looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
And this one we are using for our US style rice. So you got just a normal harvest.
Johnny's asking, okay, so they say GPS. What does that mean exactly? Or is it just letters at the bottom corner? I think what it means, Johnny, is, you know, when you... is it to replace the mod, Amy? You know, when you get the mod so you can tell workers to go where they have to go? Is that what it's meant to be replacing? Or adding, potentially?
I think it's to help with field work. I don't think it's replacing the AI for the.
No, I didn't mean replacing the AI, but is it so you can set out? You can actually vanilla style tell your workers where to go. Like it gives them better GPS tracking or something. Is that what it's for? I think so. You might know.
Okay.
So yeah, that rice is also growing on.
Fury just brought up another thing. He said, "Now that looks great. That's what a field actually looks." So Fury says, "Now that looks great. For real, that's exactly what a field looks like after harvest."
But it's a pretty nice combine.
Nice.
It looks pretty.
It's actually chopped it off at the stem, yeah.
This one we are using for our US style rice. So you got just a normal harvester.
Okay.
So yeah, that rice is also growing on a rice field which need to be flooded.
Okay.
But you plant it with a regular seeder.
Right.
So it's kind of similar to wheat or something.
Right.
But you still need the water to have it grow.
Right.
Because rice consumes a lot of water while growing. So it's there a bit different.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think the flooded fields we showed a little bit
Yeah, so it is. So the GPS are those blue lines, right? So it is so you can keep a straight line. Does that mean it should work? Have they got a better shot here of in cab? No, I'm trying to see up here. I wonder if they're actually going to work, these in cab screens. So Fury's saying it's going to help when you're actually doing your field, so you can keep track of it. Yeah, when you're doing it manually.
So yeah, that rice is. So
Oh no, it's not.
it's a normal harvester.
Okay.
So yeah,
No, it's not. It's just a blank screen.
that rice is also growing on a rice field which need to be
But
flooded.
that makes sense, Fury.
But you
Thank
plant
you.
it with a regular seeder.
Right.
So it's kind of similar to wheat or something.
Right.
But you still need the water to have it grow.
Right.
Because rice consumes a lot of water while growing. So it's there a bit different.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I think the flooded fields we showed a little bit in the cinematic trailer too,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly.
The CR11, by the way, everyone out there watching, you can get the gold edition version of this if you get the collector's edition, or if you
You know I'm going for that, Amy.
as well, you can get it with the year one bundle and with the giant version of the
The
game,
gold
too. So
version?
if you
Oh,
want
you know I'm getting the gold version.
CR11 to be nice and shiny gold,
Oh yeah.
you can get
Oh yeah. Paint it shiny gold. Ham once.
All right. What else? Is that all you have for now?
That's it for now. We'll show some more stuff on the weekend. But
I'll be there. I'm looking forward to it. And follow our social channels. You'll see more of what Stefan has to talk about, of course, coming out after FarmCon as well. Welcome back, Martin. Stefan just
Martin's back.
farming for the first time. I mean,
I like Martin.
a little bit of gameplay. You saved the best for last, I feel like, seeing that. I mean, the water was cool, the way the machines work. And I didn't expect rice to be like a multi-step process as well. You actually like grow the saplings in a greenhouse and then you grab those to plant on the field.
Yeah, we kind of kept that from you. We kept some surprise for you too, but you can, of course, interact with the community now.
Yeah. Of course, this is it for the Farming Simulator 25 coverage that we have on the pre-stream, but there's more coming this weekend. Make sure you follow all of our social channels.
8 finalists fight for 200,000 euros prize pool. And of course, the title of world champions.
Yeah, that'll be exciting to see who comes out on top. And we're going to leave you with a hype video to basically sign off today's stream. Martin, Stefan, thanks to both of you for being here. It was an exciting time to see all of this.
Thanks, Martin. Thanks, Stefan. Thanks, Kermit.
FSL, like you were just talking about. So let's roll that video and we'll see you in the future.
Yep.
Make sure to follow our social channels for more information.
All right, goodbye.
Later. Fury, get Big A. We're going. Could you imagine the three of us? Team Gary, we're called. Probably get DMCA'd for that music, but thanks, Giants, for that. Oh, gang, so a couple of things to take away from that. Johnny had a good point here for people, ham fishing. Johnny's made a good point here for a lot of people that may be concerned. Look, this is just the first iteration before the FarmCon show comes out. They're going to be dropping a lot more details and a lot more stuff. But Johnny brings up the point, don't get mad, but if rice is the only new crop and you get a few new textures, what's the big deal? It seems that it's a money grab. Now, that's totally, because a lot of people might feel that way about it too. For someone like me, I don't care. I always just get it anyway because I like the new shiny. I like to play the new shinies, especially when it's a gold tractor. But, I mean, they've done upgrades to the actual engine, which I think are vast improvements on this. There's things that I hate in this year's engine. It's like I said, the rendering circle. When you drive, there's basically a rendering circle. Now, this is just my personal preference. It's different for everyone. But they've said they've changed the rendering. They've changed the tree textures and how they all work. They've changed the fog, the lighting. These are all things that I like. There's now... you guys might have missed it at the start, but there's now animals in the animal dealership pens. When you go down to the animal dealership, there'll be actual animals just roaming around in their pens and stuff. So there's a lot of like realism and touches here and there that are just sort of giving it a facelift. Yes, the rice is going to be good. I hope there will be more. I'm sure there will be. I'm sure there'll be updates and upgrades. Fury's already said here, which is a cool thing. Let me just read out what Fury said here in chat for all those that are going to watch this in the future. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this video out of this segment of the stream, and I'll put this up as a video for people to come back and check out, like a 30-minute video or whatever. But Fury's set up here. Also, you'll be able to turn on and off hardcore realism, like not plowing in winter because the ground is frozen. So there's things like that. And I know for myself, I like playing in ultra realism styles as well here and there. So I think that's really good. I think if we get more details, we have to see more details though, Johnny. I think that's a fair point you make, especially for a lot of people that might just think, well, I'm only getting rice and a few new tractors and some textures. I may as well just keep playing the game that I've spent all the money on here for 22. So you make a good, valid point there. I guess we just have to see what comes out. I like what I've seen so far. Amy, you got any thoughts on that going forward?
I mean, what kind of innovations is Johnny looking for in farming?
Yeah, that'd be too. Like, and I'd love to hear it. If there's things that you're looking for, new stuff you want to see, like drop a comment down below and let us know. It's $64.99 Canadian, says Johnny. Yeah, it's expensive in Australia. It's all relative to where you are, I guess, but it's all. But yeah, like, what are you looking for in the new iteration of the game? You're looking for more crop types. So you're looking for new machinery. You're looking for the ability to landscape stuff with machinery other than using a paintbrush, you know, for instance, that kind of stuff. I would like a backhoe or a bulldozer or an excavator in game that would actually dig the ground out. I know you can do that with mods, but I would like them. If you can do it with mods, why can't they put it? Maybe it's coming. We don't know. We'll see more this weekend. For those that are watching this in the future or right now, but future from now, enjoy the rest of your day. Please stay safe. Please consider leaving a like, commenting, and subscribing. And we're going to crack on with the rest of our stream now, which is Asker. And so enjoy the rest of your day. And happy Independence Day.